I've been wanting to ask this question for a while, actually since this weekend, since the drone attack in Saudi Arabia, because it was just such an impulsive move that absolutely did not need to happen. This was not 9/11. However, Donald acted like we had that type of crisis with the drone attack on Saudi Arabia, because the Saudis did it to themselves, and because the whole Six Wands mob agreed this is what they needed to do. Well, what did Donald do after that? Like within days, he released the U.S. oil reserves. I mean, come on. They're back into production relatively quick. That only affected 5% of the world production at the refineries with the petroleum and gas. There's no reason. There is no emergency to do that. So, really, why did you do that? Card of the reading, Trump dynasty. Because he needed some good money news for his boyfriend, the lovers, for Trump Russia. Putin needed a boost of cash infusement. And the challenge is Nancy Pelosi and all of her receipts. So at the base of this, they created a crisis of self-attack. What's crowning this? So Donald could have whatever he wanted, and so that his Trump org, Trump crime syndicate, they could all enrich themselves because they're all facing so many burdens with Netanyahu's election coming up, and they probably knew he was not going to win that election. So just in case, we have this brand new stupid AF idea to bomb ourselves and then release the oil reserves, because that'll further weaken America, because he's not gonna restock it or anything. He released the oil reserves because of an election upcoming and because of the Russia report. So it was related to Netanyahu, because things and data were happening so fast, and he hoped it would please Putin. Putin and MBS, they are never pleased. They just want more and more and more, and Donald doesn't get that. And until he's out of office, we're going to keep doing these crazy emergency payouts, bailouts, whatever. That was a hope. The fear was the treason would be exposed. The fear was Netanyahu's going to fail at the upcoming election. So ideally, let's just make a quick buck. We're going to enrich ourselves, and this is how I'm paying you back. This was Donald's gift to Putin. And then by releasing the U.S. reserves, that's just further drama, further emphasis on crisis, that this is serious because they're going to get Iran. And then once it comes, they're going to talk about it. I can't stand these people. Which leads to another question. Why was Bahrain in the United States in the White House less than 48 hours after the attack, the drone attack in Saudi Arabia that was 85 miles from Bahrain? How do you get there so quickly? Because it takes like a month to plan these trips. And it was no emergency because by then they said, we'll be back up in production. I just can't believe it. So Bahrain gets to the Oval Office in less than 48 hours of the attack, and yet we have him back in a boat going away. Card of the reading. Trying to make the grand getaway with some assets, and some information. So the card of the reading, the president of Bahrain was there because they have some money deals that they have to balance out and work out, because they are covered in intelligence. They must be able to speak face to face, because this just is not going to cut it from here to there. Because the challenge was the transfer and sharing of data. At the base of this is the drone attack over Saudi Arabia. And what's crowning this is the setup from Netanyahu. Netanyahu, remember, made the plan to set that whole thing up. Because in the past, Trump Russia was helping with the elections, and his election was coming, and they needed help. What's to come? Well, Putin's a little nervous because he's running short on cash because apparently, you know what, there must be a lot more going on with the impeachment and Trump Russia and the Mueller report than we really realize, because Putin has been all over this stuff. Like, he's been worried the last couple weeks, like really kind of escalating where they are with this and what he's planning to do. So Putin's going to be judged. And so they created this big dramatic moment because Netanyahu's probably going to go to jail because he's probably not going to win. But hey, we got a new idea. We hope it works because we're terrified. We're going to be poor. We'll no longer be comfy and secure. And ideally, we want to hang on to what we got. And that's the treachery they're facing. So they're all in. I need a clarifier on what this new op is. Okay, so the clarification on this app, I think we probably already know what the answer was with that, because the other thing I wanted to read on, and I realized this last night when I saw that Pompeo was headed to Saudi Arabia to talk about what happened. Well, they're not talking about what happened because they know what happened. They're talking about what happened, what really happened with Netanyahu, and we need a war because Don Julio has to stay out of jail, and so do the rest of them. So this was the op that was discussed with Bahrain, and now I just see that Pompeo called the attack on Saudis an act of war. I'll show you what an act of war was. It was called 9/11. Turd. Someone said he calls him a twice-baked potato. That's a pompous twice-baked potato. I can't remember. I saw that somewhere. So, what's this op about between Bahrain and Trump? Well, it has to do with the far right. Of course, divide communities, people who are different. Because we're going to make a deal with the devil. Oh, hey, you guys. NRA, Mercer, GOP data, Koch. Who am I missing? You know who all they are. To use them, change perspective, same old, because we're not going to jail. We're going to blame everybody else for the problems. We're going to blame the Iranians, I guess. Same old thing. These people, just, hello. And we're going to, okay, I bet this is what it is, why Pompeo's there. Because we're going to say they did it, and we're going to force this opinion upon everybody else. We're going to use data to change minds, like how they change minds for elections that they don't win. Hello. So we're going to force feed people to take this emotional, accept this, that it was an act of war. And war is good for the country because it'll make us money, because our GDP will go up, because we got to pay for the tax cuts. And already, there you go. They cut the interest rates already today. It's all related. And look at all that money. Look at all that data. They are celebrating themselves. Nobody believes them. This is not going to go the way they think it's going to go. Okay, so I'm going to have this as a card of a reading. Tell me, how's this op going to go? Pompeo is all in Saudi Arabia, like doing shots with MBS, MBZ, hanging out, tequila, whatever. These people. Okay, how's this op going to go? Calling for war, going to Saudi Arabia. Okay. I just, okay, same old premise. Long for an old time, we were attacked. Oh, because, hi, caught ya, Putin stub. This is Putin's idea. This is the narrative from Putin. Challenge is it justified? It is not. It is not justified at all. The base of this is, because if we don't do this, I'm going to jail. I'm dead. Crowning this is, and Bibi's gone. Bye-bye. He disappeared. Crowning this is the judgment facing at home, too. So much judgment everywhere in the past. How is this op going to go? Yeah, we know all you people, devil, Satan. And what's to come of this? Oh my God, they're setting it up. They're setting it up for everybody. How do we see this op? Oh, to counter the star. How do we see this op? Totally hopeless. You'd have a better chance with hopeless Hicks and Corey Lewandowski. This is so utterly hopeless. Your star is going out. The environment. They're trapped. They are so trapped. They're trapped. And so their hope is, wink, wink. Look at all these ideas and fantasies and options. We have so many things we could be doing besides going to jail. But their fear is, it's happening quickly. And ideally, they want to win an election and they want to celebrate. They need a win. What's going to come? A new perspective. Okay, well, that was step one. I don't know if that's the step one perspective they want, but sure. Riddle me this. What's this change perspective about? What's this change perspective about? It's about bribes. They're going to change their minds because there's bribes and there's Ivanka tattling on them again. Was she just like the worst kid in school? Always like the rich little pretty girl that, get a paper cut and then she'd go tattle on someone else for doing it to her? That's Republican Party is going to have a tower moment. That's the perspective that's gotten changed. And their secret text. These people are just so bad, so unoriginal, and so transparent because they're just so bad. Their skill set sucks, is why. Okay, have fun with that. Pompeo, you going to stop by and see Kim Jong-un and hang out, maybe? Lordy, remember? Do you guys remember? Do you remember that video I did when it was live in the middle of the night and Trump was babbling for like an hour in the middle of the night, some speech coming from the G7, then he went off to North Korea. I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, I need to repost that because that was some funny stuff there. Okay, thanks you guys. Have a great day. Please click like, share, surprise, and surprise. Yeah, click surprise. Okay, thanks you guys.